Hello and welcome to the National Debate. I'm Madhavdas GK. Viewers, as 2025 draws to a close, this has yet again been a year of highs for the NDA and a year of introspection for the India Bloc. The BJP stormed back to power in Delhi after 25 years and also came back with a resounding mandate in Bihar over the last 18 months. While the BJP's formula has largely succeeded in assembly elections that have followed the Lok Sabha polls in 2024. It appears the Congress, on the other hand, has not been able to build on the Lok Sabha resurgence. From the Adani and Constitution narrative, Congress has now moved on to its vote Chori campaign, but it appears to have few takers and has largely failed to resonate with the common man. Allies in the I.N.D.I.A Bloc are starting to get concerned that an alliance with the Congress party may only drag them down further. 2026 will now see crucial electoral battles in many states where the I.N.D.I.A Bloc currently is in power. Is it time now for the Congress to recalibrate their election strategy ahead of the upcoming assembly polls next year? And can the Congress do it in time to instill confidence in their allies and the people? Let me quickly introduce our guests now in the studio for you. We have Charu Pragya, spokesperson of BJP. We have K. Varun Kumar, spokesperson of TDP Youth Wing. Also with us is Advocate Anmol Pawar, national spokesperson of the Aam Aadmi Party. We have with us Akhilesh Katia, national spokesperson of the Samajwadi Party. With us at the moment is also Ravi Shankar Ravi, national spokesperson of RJD. Advocate Nikhil Jain, political analyst, is with us. We have Dr. L. Hanumanthaya, former Rajya Sabha member of Parliament from the Congress Party, also with us. Let's take a quick look at what really we're looking at in terms of the outcome as far as the Bihar Assembly election is concerned. And these are really the main points that we're talking about. This election shows that the vote Chori narrative has very few takers. Let's go on to the next point. The next point is that Voter Adhikar Yatra, which Rahul Gandhi, in fact, went about 1,300 kilometers, traveled throughout Bihar, it didn't convert into votes. It also failed to win back Dalits, OBCs, women and youth in the state. More statistics on that will be bring up later as well. Allies could further cut Congress's seat share in future elections is also one aspect of this. Unable to cement itself as a credible alternative to the BJP, and also this has fueled mistrust among allies over Rahul's leadership, as we've seen comments that have come out over the last few days. Let's take a look at some of the other aspects of this entire election. Massive yatras, minimal impact is what we are seeing, and this is purely going by the data. Constituencies covered were over 100, seats won were just 6. Wide failed, focus of course changed, as well as the vote story didn't really resonate on ground. These are some of the aspects of it, as well as the minimum mention of inflation, jobs, people-centric issues is something that we're looking at. When it comes to Tejaswi's Bihar Adhikar Yatra, constituencies covered with 66, seats won here, much higher in terms of strike rate at 25, but certainly not close to the halfway mark as well. Wide failed, poor reach outside the traditional vote base, did little to overcome narrow caste base, as well as the fact that RJD's youth versus experienced pitch completely flopped on ground. So these are some of the aspects of the entire vote Chori Yatra as well as the Bihar Adhikar Yatra and why this really didn't work on ground. Let me start with the RJD spokesperson who's joining us here. Ravi Shankar Ravi, what really has happened? Has somewhere the two allies, we saw announcements happening very late, seat sharing and friendly fights, but why have these yatras not worked on ground?
See, Madhav, this has happened. There were issues which we are still introspecting, but we have to see the impact, the adverse impact of SIR exercise. Very lately.
Only SIR?
No, there were other issues also.
Narratives, campaign, all these things have not worked on ground, sir. See, one thing is you may have problems with the SIR and the way in which it has been. Somewhere you have to introspect and look at why is our narrative not working, why are people not voting?
Madhav, 67% of total voters, 7 crore 45 lakhs is around 5 crore few thousand. And after the polls, the Election Commission declared that the total number of voters was 5 crore 2 lakh something. There is a difference of 2 lakh, roughly 2 lakh few thousand. So why these kinds of, and the data is by the Election Commission itself. So the addition, deletion and these kinds of discrepancies cannot be just set aside. This is an issue of enfranchisement of voting rights of people. Whether it converted into voting, we got votes or not is a different thing.
Okay, but Charu Pragya, the totals were not tallying. The Election Commission has done some amount of allegation from gerrymandering to tampering with the voter list. There's several such charges, and their fact is that the argument is that the facts, the data released by the Election Commission itself, they argue, is not tallying.
माधव, इनके अंगूर केवल खट्टे नहीं है, कड़वे भी हो चुके हैं, because it's so easy to blame the SIR today, but when there was that entire period of time given to them to file objections, you know how many this opposition has filed? None. Zero. But let's move on from there. Right now they talk about an alliance, but did that alliance actually exist? It was not ideologically together, it was not structurally together, it was not electorally together, and then they find reasons to blame everyone but themselves, their leadership, their lack of policy, their lack of vision for the state. And that is why they lose. They lose not just because they don't have vision, they also lose because their leaders do not agree with doing hard work together. So I'll take the example of both these leaders, RJD and Congress. So Rahul Gandhi did the voter Adhikar Yatra much before elections, but when it was actually time to jump into the electoral foray, where was he? He was giving us statements from Colombia. Is that how anybody can win any election? And is that a reason why the voters of India are going to give him importance? As for RJD, they could barely keep their house together. You cannot outrun your karma. They have this dhabba of bringing Jungle Raj to Bihar, making it into a Bimaru Rajya, and that's going to stick around because what alternate did you present? See, you can stand there and criticize I.N.D.I.A all you like, but have you been able to put up a confident front in front of your people and say that we can do better? They cannot. They know it. And I take grave objection at them clutching at straws and talking about SIR every day. Every name that was deleted was published by the Supreme Court's order on the website. And the second important point to remember here is, अगर लाखों वोट काटे जाते तो कम से कम डजनों लोग तो सड़क पे आके खड़े होते. Madhav, you would have gone there and covered these people who are, whining about their votes being cut. Did you find that ever, anywhere?
Yeah. That's a relevant question. Mr. Hadwantaya, repeatedly talking about, votes are cut, people out there, lakhs of people not present. Where are these lakhs of people? Why have affidavits not been filed before the Supreme Court? Where is the proof that people have been disenfranchised on a mass scale is a question that BJP is asking. Please respond.
No, I'm surprised. Even after 15 to 20 years of service from RJD, BJP joined together. No, sorry, JDU, BJP joined together. Why people, particularly youths, are going out of Bihar? Why the Jungle Raj, as the name has not been erased? And why the unemployment still exists in Bihar, and Karnataka alone we got more than 40 to 50 lakh youths working from Bihar to Karnataka. So what is that the government is doing? That is number one. So second point, SIR, whatever is the problem, they have removed 65 lakh people from the enrollment. It is not a small number. From each constituency, even 5,000 votes can make a big difference. That is what the big difference the elections has made.
Of course it can make a difference. Where are those voters?
Yes.
Where are
Come
the
on.
5,000
Why have you not filed a complaint with the Election Commission?
No, it is true.
Or with the Supreme Court?
It is true. There was no time given to opposition parties to rectify these mistakes by the Election Commission.
And the
Election Commission.
In SIR, 1 month time was given. Yeah. In SIR, she's saying 1.5, but at least 1 month time was announced.
No,
right?
even before that,
it is true.
Election Commission had put out a daily... There was a daily statement.
It is true.
Allow me. There was a daily statement and a table of various areas and various categories where complaints had been filed, and for 1 month they kept saying that 0 appeals filed, 0 complaints filed. Why were opposition parties not availing that opportunity?
No, it was true that opposition parties were busy in the election preparations. They were not able to give. And I was really surprised by the Election Commission. How can they have these kind of SIR when the elections are in their doors? That is the main thing. The Election Commission has to rectify itself at least 1 year earlier. They have to do this.
You have booth level agents for a reason. All political parties have booth level agents for a reason. They are supposed to point out whether BLOs are going wrong, if there is data or some mistake that has happened, and it can happen.
But
the government system may not be perfect.
The general belief on Election Commission is that, the general belief in the opposition parties on Election Commission is that they will not listen to opposition parties at all. The Election Commission is working like a branch of branch of BJP.
Quick rebuttal.
That is the main
Quick
thing.
response, Charu Pragya, because I want to move on from this. I want to move on.
See,
from the
I'll
election
finish it.
commission
I'll finish
argument.
it. I'll
Let
finish
it finish
it.
and then I'll
I'll
respond.
finish it. And party in power will always have a plus. What they will do, they have transferred 10,000 to every woman of Bihar. That should not have been allowed by the election commission, but they have allowed. That is another important issue which, and as you said, vote chori may not take an important role in Bihar because it was, the examples were in Karnataka and other states where the elections were over. That is another important thing. And see, Bihar was a Bimar Raj earlier, and today also it is Bimar Raj. What is the difference of
It's not
I think
actually. It's not actually.
Nitish Kumar
administration? What has they brought?
So
what is the change they have brought to Bihar?
But the point is, if they have done nothing in Bihar, that is all the more reason why your narrative should work. Your vote chori campaign has not worked. Mr. Rahul Gandhi not present on ground for a month and a half. He starts the vote chori campaign, then he disappears from the
Chori
campaign.
examples were given from Karnataka and other states.
Correct, but why not in
Maharashtra and
Bihar?
Karnataka.
You knew it was going to happen.
It worked in Bihar.
So this
I
is the
agree
point.
with you.
So this is the point I'm making. You're saying it has happened in Karnataka. You have alleged it's happened in Maharashtra. You're saying it has happened in Haryana.
Yes.
So why were you not more active to look at what is happening on ground in Bihar?
No, that's exactly what the election commission did during that time.
Oh no.
How?
They removed. They removed.
So why didn't you protest?
65,000.
What did they do?
65 lakh votes.
Yeah, so they have published
See,
the list
my
as well,
my
right?
point is very clear. 65 lakh votes from each constituency, say about 50 constituencies.
Sir, you should have collected
2,000 votes,
65
3,000
of them.
votes,
Forget
4,000 votes
65 lakh
make a
and
big
gotten them
difference
to Madhav's
in winning
studio.
the elections.
Okay.
That is the main thing.
Now- now-
We have done exactly. We are back to square one.
DBT,
Yeah, we are back to
10,000
square
rupees
one.
DBT
Okay,
should not have
I'm
been
done
allowed
being
by the
polite
election
and I'm
commission.
done waiting for him to stop fighting. Now I'm going to get my word in.
10,000 rupees direct benefit, that was transferred. That election commission should have stopped, and that vitiated the level playing field. Is his argument? Your response.
Fact screams louder than fiction. They can scream all they like. The fact here is they had their BLAs, block level agents, Congress's block level agents. Why did they sign Form 17C if they had an issue with the counting process, if they had an issue with anything? All of them, Madhav, every single BLA of the Congress party is running into tens of thousands. I think it was 85,000. They signed Form 17C. Sir, why didn't you instruct them better? I ask you, don't you have some responsibility? For Maharashtra, they wake up 1 year later. 1 year later, and every single name that they have taken in their press conferences was found to be fake. Shakun Rani, kya uski kahani nikli? Anjali from Haryana, kya uski kahani nikli? So you cannot be floating these fake agendas and narratives around and think the people of this country are foolish.
Okay.
They are not.
Okay, let me bring in Nikhil Jain now. Nikhil Jain, the question that many are asking is this: Why is the Congress party, so averse to introspection? Is it possible that you just put the entire blame on the election commission? Narrative's not working. Number of seats have come down to historical lows, and it's not the first state where it's happening. Clearly, there is a problem in the way the Congress fights elections. If you just look at the kind of leaders that the BJP sends into the state to help them with the campaign, that kind of energy, that kind of approach does not seem to be there with the Congress party, and that is a clear difference in the approach which could have led to this kind of outcome.
No, Madhav, first of all, this charge that the Congress party does not engage in introspection is wrong. The Congress party is introspecting. The Congress party did make certain changes in the state of Bihar only, although the changes were too late. I am not going to sit here and defend the poor election management by the Congress party. The election was not fought by the Congress party as an election should be fought. Let's see the difference between the Congress and the BJP here. The BJP sent the education minister of the country and the environment minister of the country. They camped in Bihar for 2 months. The environment minister was least bothered about the smog that we are living and breathing today. The education minister was least bothered about paper leaks, but he was really bothered about every single seat that was going to polls in Bihar. That's the kind of way the BJP fights the elections in, and the Congress party is only concerned about issues and ideas. You talk about vote chori. They carried out a 13-day yatra. They traveled across the state. Tejasvi Yadav and Rahul Gandhi both. It did create an impact. Now the point is, you started your introduction by saying that there was no, the Congress was not able to win back the Dalit votes or the women votes. The measure of success with a narrative or a political party with the people is the vote share, not the seat share. Seat share is a reflection of their election machinery capability. Vote share is how well you are with the people.
And I'll tell you the figures for vote share. What do you do with the seat share? Is that going to help you to form the government?
No. I started by saying that the Congress party does not compare to the BJP when it comes to fighting elections. The election machinery of the BJP
Correct. So
is
what needs to be done? What needs to be done? Because
what needs to be done is that the Congress party needs to work on its organization.
It's very easy it's very easy to come out and say that, the two central government ministers were there. What about your leader who was there, Mr. Krishna Allavaru, and the allegations of corruption against him by your own party? Where there were dharnas and pradarshans outside the Congress office over there, outside Mr. Krishna Allavaru's office?
I can't comment on those particular allegations. They may be wrong, they may be right. I don't know. It is for the
It's your own Congress leader saying it. It's not even BJP.
It is for the Congress party to introspect, but I just wanted to complete my point on the popularity of the Congress party and the I.N.D.I.A alliance with the people of Bihar, and which is the party which got the most support and the most votes from the people of Bihar. It is the RJD with 23% votes, which is just 0.1% less than the previous election, 0.1 percentage point.
Correct.
The Congress party got 8.7%.
Which is exactly why the allies of the BJP, such as the JDU, whether it is Mr. Paswan's party that we're talking about, their conversion, their strike rate is far better than the Congress party. So if the Congress had done better, perhaps this logic would work. But let me bring in Mr. Varun Kumar.
20 seconds to complete the point.
Your vote share argument. I want your vote share argument to be responded first before we go to other points. Vote share is intact, and that shows that we are still popular. RJD is still the #1 party when it comes to vote share. How do you agree with this argument that's being put forth by Nikhil?
No, definitely not, because if you see the same thing in Andhra Pradesh also, so considerably the opposition, not even the opposition, Mr. Jagan Reddy has a very significant vote share, not saying that, but they lost the power. Every vote matters in an election. After all this discussion, I understand one thing. The problem is, इंडिया का अलायंस को जो नाम से काम तक पूरा में प्रॉब्लम है, बिकॉज जो इंडिया का नाम है सिर्फ उसका नाम पे है, काम पे नहीं है, ध्यान पे नहीं है, ज्ञान पे नहीं है, विकास पे नहीं है, विचार पे नहीं है. अगर शुद्ध बुद्धि से मुद्दे पर लड़ते होंगे बिहार पे, आज दिल्ली के गद्दे पे कभी बैठे होते थे 10 साल के पहले. वो नहीं कर रहा है ये लोग. आई विल टेल यू, देयर नेम इज इंडिया इंक्लूसिव नेशनल डेवलपमेंट. उसमें इंडिया किधर है, इंक्लूसिविटी किधर है? कांग्रेस वाज ब्रांडिंग इटसेल्फ एज द ओनली कंटेंडर ऑफ बिहार इलेक्शंस. That was the only branding image they created. So comes nahi hoga. It will not be there. So I'll also tell you one more thing. Forget Bihar or forget any other state, Congress has lost the basic narrative ground. The fundamental aspect is the problem. And I am not concerned about their having a problem with the structural deficit or institutional deficiency or etc. the mission etc. But what I'm actually concerned about is, ये देश के खिलाफ क्यों लड़ रहा है? देश के साथ लड़ना है, देश के लिए लड़ना है, देश के खिलाफ लड़ रहा है. भारतीय जनता पार्टी से लड़ना है, भारत के जनता से क्यों लड़ रहा है? यही बेसिक सवाल होंगे. Their hatred for Modi or any other national leader has become a hatred for the country. I have a serious objection for this alliance being named as India Alliance. If there is anybody in this country who has no right to keep their alliance as India Alliance, those are these parties associated with Congress today. Congress has no fundamental right to keep this word called India in their alliance. Where is India in their alliance? Where is that nationality in their alliance? Yeah. Where have they shown that Deshbhakti in their alliance? Tell me one inclusivity in alliance. Ask RJD or ask any other party which is in coalition with Congress, have they ever felt superior in their campaigning, in their strategy, or in their candidate projection, or in their election machinery, or ground level management, booth level management? किसी एक चीज पे regional party को dominate बिना करके, it was dominating the regional parties, it was exposing itself as the only party that was conducting the elections. जब रीजनल पार्टीज को हटा के लोकतंत्र में जीतना चाहते तो वो नहीं होंगे. TDP is the best example for regional party supremacy way back from 1980s. I'll give you the example of any of the regional party who came into power in the state. They had a coalition, they had a collaboration, they had a liberation kind of effort from the national party when they were in alliance.
Okay.
But जब भी alliance regional party को हटा के सिर्फ ये कांग्रेस dominate करने का जो प्रयास कर रहे हैं, which is in the DNA of Congress right from the beginning, this will be the result. You're
dominating your regional allies, and that's what's leading to this issue. And also what he talks about nationalism is a relevant point. Because Rahul Gandhi, in the middle of this election, talking about army and the upper caste skew in the army, these are not issues that people will connect with, because somewhere there's a disconnect, is what he is saying.
Madhav, first of all, it's very funny for me to hear all those words from a gentleman who comes from a party whose leader in 2019 called Narendra Modi, the great leader, as a terrorist. This is on record. Chandrababu Naidu called Narendra Modi a terrorist.
No, I'll come to that. If you are criticizing Chandrababu Naidu, Congress has to understand that they have no chance on criticizing Chandrababu Naidu. Whatever Chandrababu Naidu or TDP did today in terms of coalitions or any dismantling of a Gadbandhan, it was only in the interest of the state. Show me one personal reason we had with BJP.
Are you saying that you saying that you allied with a supposed terrorist?
Show me one personal reason.
You are
can-
allying
This
with
is now
Pakistan.
very unfair. We were allying with
आप-
Pakistan.
आप इंडिया को
Charu, you
मुर्दाबाद
guys have still not
बोलते-
named
आप इंडिया को
Pakistan in the
मुर्दाबाद
red
बोलते-
flag.
Okay, one by
आपका
one.
लोग इंडिया को मुर्दाबाद बोल के पाकिस्तान को जिंदाबाद बोल सकते हैं आप लोग चंद्रबाबू नायडू को यू आर क्रिटिसाइजिंग चंद्रबाबू on this platform.
Okay, respond
Chandrababu
to the
Naidu
larger point.
Your frustration is in the loss of Bihar. Your frustration in the loss of
Respond,
Bihar
Nikhil, respond.
is doing this.
See, I was simply pointing out the hypocrisy to your viewers that this is a party which one day calls a person a terrorist and one day
Sir, you
next
ta-
day calls that
Sir,
person
we-
a major
we-
nationalist.
we never
but I
ca-
respond
we
to the
never came
substantive
to the
points.
grounds of public
Let's
development.
respond to the
Sir,
substantive
Aam Aadmi
points.
Party is here. What Congress has called Aam Aadmi Party when you were in alliance and out of alliance, it's all out
right,
there.
let's-
If you start going down that road, there'll be many other examples that will come down. Nikhil, answer the larger issue of dominating regional parties, which is actually costing the Congress Party.
And that's absolutely incorrect. Every day I am on your debates, Madhav, when people are making these charges and allegations that the Congress party is not fighting and it is only Tejasvi Yadav who's carrying the brunt and this and that. I don't agree with that. But the fact is that the
Where was
India
Rahul Gandhi
alliance...
in the campaign?
It took 4 meetings for all
Sir,
the
I
parties
wasn't
party
interjecting. That's
It took
not fair.
4
Okay,
meetings.
let him make his
fair,
point.
yeah.
Let him make his point, yeah.
Yeah. The India Alliance was made with a basic foundation that whichever party is the strongest in a given state, they will take the lead. They will be at the helm of affairs. That was the case in
No,
Bihar.
but
That was
never
the case in
happened,
previous...
Madhav. Nikhil, allow me to respond.
Okay, please, after I complete. After I
Okay.
complete. Even in the state of
That
Bihar,
never happened.
Rahul Gandhi and Tejasvi Yadav first together took out the voter Adhikar Yatra. After that, Tejasvi Yadav party was in the lead. They were the ones contesting 143 out of 243 seats, while the Congress was only contesting less than half of that, right?
Agreed. Where did Rahul go after that? Why was he not there in the campaign for a month and a half?
See, Rahul Gandhi is a national leader. He left it. He delegated the responsibility for the local people to fight. Because
Really?
let's not forget. See, the problem, Madhav, the problem with Narendra Modi's way of campaigning is we think that the national leader should be there in every state and municipal election.
Why
That
not?
is not how it should be. The national
Is he
leader
not
should
allowed to be there?
The national leader should be there as a star campaigner. But when it comes to actually fighting on the ground, it has to be the people
Why
of
not?
Bihar.
And who's
the
going to
people
decide
of
that?
Bihar.
Why are the
That is your
strategy
strategy.
of
That
the
is your
party?
strategy. Why are you asking others about their strategy?
I'll tell you that was also their strategy in Madhya Pradesh in 2023
Okay,
because they had a
now-
face like
now-
Shivraj
now-
Singh
now-
Chauhan.
now. Nikhil,
Because in Bihar they
again.
did not have a face. They only had
Your
that
rhetorics
Agua
are
bill,
over.
Agua
Let me
bill,
put some
Samrat
facts.
Chaudhary
One
with a
word,
murder
one word,
case on
Madhav.
him.
Okay,
The
okay,
Prime
okay,
Minister
one
had
word.
to jump down. And
Charu,
they had
Charu,
a
very
face
quickly,
with
very
Prime
quickly,
Minister.
Charu, and then I come across to you.
Thank you. Now, Nikhil, listen to this. Your strike rate in West Bengal in 2024 was 2.4%. What are you talking about? You're popular. Uttar Pradesh, 7.5%.
What's
This
that?
election in Bihar, it was barely 9%. Maharashtra, you won 16 seats out of the 101 you contested. Also, you are saying that the point was the stronger party in whatever region is going to contest on those seats. But what did you do in 24 elections? In West Bengal, you went against TMC. Punjab, you went against Aam Aadmi Party. Delhi, again, you know, we know what tussle happened. Uttar Pradesh, Samajwadi Party was against the Congress Party. Bihar, the RJD and Congress so-called friendly fight. We saw the result of your friendly fight. In Maharashtra, you know what you did. In Kerala, you are fighting against the left at one point of time and allying with them at another point of time. Tamil Nadu, it's the same story. So please do not call yourself an alliance because it never existed except in photo ops. That's it.
Okay, let me just go across the next point. I'm coming to the point. I'm coming to the point of alliances. Just a second. I'm coming to the point of alliances. Let's take a look at what exactly we've seen on ground in terms of Congress's presence and, of course, its various alliances that we've seen. Let's look at what has happened just now in Bihar. 6 seats in an assembly of 243. This is Congress's presence across the country. In West Bengal, 0 in an assembly of 294. Let's move on to another state. In Delhi again, a place where Sheila Dikshit ruled for 3 successive terms, a period of 15 years, 0. Andhra Pradesh, seats in assembly 175, 0. Uttar Pradesh, 2 seats out of 403. Let's look at the other states we're talking about. Jammu and Kashmir, 6 seats in an assembly of 90. Let's look at others. Sikkim, another state in an assembly of 40, again 0. Next state, Arunachal Pradesh, 1 in an assembly of 60. Nagaland, 0 out of 40. Next state that we have is Goa, 3 out of 40. The next state we're talking about, let's quickly bring it on the screen. All right, this is just some of the states that we have seen over here and the presence of the Congress party. Now, what is the Congress's heart? Just hang on. Congress's heart dragging down allies. Let's look at the results of various elections. 2020 Bihar polls is what we were talking about. RJD was 75 out of 144 contested. That is a strike rate of 52.8%. Congress 19 out of 70, strike rate 27%. MGB lost at that point of time. In 2024 J&K polls, National Conference was 42 out of 56, 75% strike rate. We're looking at Congress's 6 out of 39 or 15.38% strike rate there as well. We're looking at Jharkhand. Congress up at about a 53.33% strike rate, 16 out of 30. JMM 34 out of 43, a much higher strike rate there as well. In the Maharashtra polls, Congress's strike rate 6 out of 102, 15.6%. Shiv Sena at about 22.47%, and NCP, of course, over here at 11.49%. This is, of course, the strike rate as far as Maharashtra is concerned. Now, let's take a quick look at some of the responses coming in from various allies of the India bloc just over the last few days. Listen to what they have to say about who should be leading this alliance.
आप खुद नहीं जीत रहे हो, जिताने का पावर भी आपको नहीं है, क्यों लेंगे उसको? वो तो 16 में 21 में सीपीएम का साथ गया था, 0 बन गया है.
Congress acceptability and popularity is on that downtrend. Mamata Banerjee is the ideal leader to lead India alliance.
हम किसी से अलायंस नहीं करने वाले, क्योंकि हमने जब भी अलायंस किया हमको धोखा हुआ है. अगर हम जो अलायंस करते हैं उसमें मेन कांग्रेस पार्टी होती है. कांग्रेस पार्टी ने हमेशा लास्ट जब फॉर्म भरने का टाइम आता है उसके पहले हमारे से अलायंस तोड़ देती है.
आदरणीय राहुल गांधी जी कांग्रेस के वरिष्ठ नेता हैं, मेहनत कर रहे हैं, उनको और मेहनत की भी जरूरत है. और हम समाजवादियों की ये सोच है, हम चाहते हैं कि इंडिया ब्लॉक का जो नेतृत्व है वो आदरणीय अखिलेश यादव जी का.
पता नहीं, अब इनको लगता होगा कि हम अकेले ही बहुत सक्षम हैं, बहुत पुराने दल हैं, आत्मविश्वास से भरे हैं, ये हो सकता है, लेकिन ये होना और जमीन पे आना बहुत अंतर है ना.
Mr. Admantay, what is happening? The TMC, you have the Samajwadi Party, in this case the UBT, of course, talking about the context of a local election there. Allies seem to be at odds. They are saying, let us lead the India alliance.
The alliances are very comfortable with Congress, always, then BJP. We must know this. DMK, we have been maintaining that alliance for many years. And in other states also, we are maintaining the alliances with the utmost care. That doesn't mean, and what are the reasons for the differences? I just want to mention one thing. The vote share of these Congress party is with the regional parties also. Their voters are our voters and our voters are their voters. That
But
is
why
the
is the
interest.
transfer happening on Bihar?
No, that is the interest.
If the vote share is happening, will you be 6 seats in Bihar, sir? Please tell me.
Let me go for Bihar also. Let me go for Bihar also. Our voters are SC, ST, OBC, are the major voters in other parts of the country. Bihar, the Dalit parties are with N.D.A.
Is that
Whether
so?
it's Ram Vilas or Manzi, so they are with them. That is the reason our vote share was less, and we have been sidelined to this extent. But in other states, like Karnataka.
What about OBCs? What about other categories?
No,
UP
OBCs.
as well.
Yes.
UP as well. Why is that not? Why is the Congress not able to hold its own?
Bihar, OBCs are with Nitish Kumar. So that is, let us accept the fact. Yes.
They're also with RJD. The others are with RJD.
Yes, RJD. That's why RJD has got their vote share intact. Vote share has not changed.
No, but now there has been a huge change, in fact, as far as that is. I'll come to those statistics.
Yeah. That's all. But regional parties are unhappy with Congress is not a fact.
Okay, regional parties are unhappy with Congress. ये fact नहीं है. समाजवादी पार्टी के एटलीस्ट 2 प्रवक्ता है जो कह रहे हैं कि हम अलायंस नहीं चाहते. ये भी कह रहे हैं कि हम चाहते हैं कि अखिलेश यादव लीड करे इंडिया अलायंस को. आखिर हो क्या रहा है?
माधव जी, जब से इंडिया अलायंस बना और उसके बाद की जो सफर है, एक बात कांग्रेस को साफ समझनी पड़ेगी कि हमें भाजपा को सत्ता से बाहर रखने के लिए काम करना है या अपने प्रभाव के लिए काम करना है. दोनों में फर्क है. इंडिया अलायंस बनाया किसने था? रीजनल पार्टियों ने. कांग्रेस उसमें बाद में शामिल हुई. और अगर वो अलायंस नहीं टूटता तो आज दिल्ली में बीजेपी की सरकार नहीं होती. इस बात से देश में कोई नकार नहीं सकता है. जिस एनडीए की जीत पे हम आज चर्चा कर रहा है पूरा देश, अगर आरजेडी और कांग्रेस के साथ नीतीश जी के वोट जोड़ दिए जाए तो आज भी बीजेपी हार जाएगी वहां पे. आपका ये जो दिमाग में है कि हम सत्ता में भी अगर हम सत्ता में रीजनल पार्टी का कोई नेता आ जाता है और अपोजिशन में बीजेपी आ जाती है तो कांग्रेस कहां रहेगी, ये मानसिकता पे विचार करना पड़ेगा कांग्रेस. दूसरी बात, आज कांग्रेस में जो नेता है उनसे ज्यादा अनुभवी नेता सामाजिक न्याय के मुद्दे पे, जाति जनगणना के मुद्दे पे या आरक्षण के मुद्दे पे, जो मुद्दे किसान के मुद्दे हैं उस पर लालू यादव बड़े नेता है, अखिलेश यादव बड़े नेता है, ममता जी अनुभवी है. तो आपको अनुभव के अनुसार अगर ये हमें चुनना है कि हमें एक अनुभवी लीडरशिप चाहिए तो हमें अपना मोह को छोड़ के आना पड़ेगा। और कांग्रेस के ऊपर दाग है, हम कांग्रेस के साथ हैं, हम कांग्रेस के साथ मिलके बीजेपी के जैसी सांप्रदायिक पार्टी से लड़ना चाहते हैं। लेकिन आपने इंदिरा साहनी जजमेंट भी नरसिम्हा राव के टाइम पे आया था जब बीपी सिंह जी की सरकार थी। जाति जनगणना कराने के बाद आपने डेटा नहीं दिए। तो जनता का सवाल है आप पे, आप साथ खड़े होइए, रीजनल पार्टी को ताकत दीजिए, सामाजिक न्याय और किसान और दलित और पिछड़ा और आरक्षण की राजनीति को मजबूत करिए।
Respond, Mr. Anwantaya, you are saying they don't have any issues. They have very serious issues. They say we are with you, but you don't have the experience that several tall leaders have. And your commitment to social justice also, you should support parties like other parties fighting for it.
Narratives of the Congress party is with regional party also. See,
No, but they are not having. He just mentioned his grievances.
No.
You must have heard it.
There are issues. I don't say. But we pleaded for cash census. The BJP was not agreeable to that. Now they are telling we are going to have a cash census now.
No.
So
all that is perfectly fine. I agree with you. You're absolutely right. But where is it helping on the election, sir? Ultimately, the proof of
No,
the
it is
pudding
true.
is winning
It
election.
is true.
Whether it's Maharashtra, whether it's Haryana, whether it's Delhi, whether it is Bihar. Now, 4 successive elections, the India alliance has lost. What are you going to do? What is the course correction from here on?
We won in Karnataka, we won in Telangana.
I'm just talking after 2024. You had a momentum after 2024. You had a momentum in that Lok Sabha election. That is not converting into votes now.
It is true. We have to work hard for that. We will do it. It is not that Congress is gone. And nobody can think that Congress is no more. No. We have a vote share in every state. Even today in the parliament, we are the highest number of seats among the alliances.
Okay.
10 सेकेंड मैं सिर्फ ये कहना चाहता हूं, कांग्रेस हमारे मित्र हैं, अगर अखिलेश यादव जी जैसा कोई अनुभवी नेता इंडिया अलायंस में लीड कर रहा होता, हम हरियाणा भी जीतते, हम दिल्ली आम आदमी पार्टी के साथ जीतते और नीतीश जी के साथ हम बिहार जीतते और दिल्ली में आज बीजेपी सरकार नहीं।
Why is the Congress party not able to pull its own? And we've seen in several states where the Congress, when it has allies, it appears to be pulling down the vote share by not having an equal strike rate.
Madhav, that's the point I've been continually making in your debate, that so far as the vote share is concerned, the Congress party and the India
Strike rate.
alliance...
We've discussed vote share. Come to strike rate now. What explains the poor strike rate?
I don't know what explains the strike rate, because you know what? In 2020 assembly elections, the RJD had 23% vote share on 144 seats contested. In 2025, they have 23% vote share on 143 seats contested.
What are you saying? This means
I'm coming to a point.
How is the government bought? No, Nikhil,
I am saying I'm making another point. I'm not making a point of vote share.
I'm sorry. How are elections fought and won? They are the first past the post system.
Yes.
You have to win in a particular seats by the maximum number of votes that you get in a particular seat. That's the system that's been there since independence.
I understand, which is why I'm not making a point of vote share. Will you let me complete my point?
You have to win and you have to fight. You have to focus on certain seats and win those seats.
Will you let me please complete my point?
So answer on the strike rate question.
I am answering on the very strike rate question, and I'm not even including the Congress in that. I am saying the RJD with the same vote share, same seats contested, got 75 seats in 2020.
Because it depends on how many seats you do well in, Nikhil. We are going round and round. You're not able to understand
same
this.
Number of seats contested in both the elections, same vote share, but in one election you get 75 seats.
He's not able to understand. I think
give me 10 seconds to complete the point. 10 seconds to complete the point.
Let's just go one by one. No, because we can't repeat the same point again and again.
No, it's not the vote share point. It's the point of gerrymandering and the election commission of India.
Have you not seen a situation, just one by one, have you not seen a situation where parties have similar vote shares but the results become very different? Is this the first election we are seeing that? Please respond to Nikhil Jain.
It's the same party, same seats.
It's evident now that Congress is the most directionless and most non-serious player in today's politics. In fact, the biggest non-performing asset of Congress, Rahul Gandhi, is the biggest asset of Bharatiya Janata Party. They both are playing a fixed match. And why am I saying this? Because during an election campaign, during a high-octane election campaign, Rahul Gandhi goes to foreign for a visit. Secondly, he talks about vote chori. वो कहते हैं हरियाणा चुनाव चोरी हुआ, महाराष्ट्र चुनाव चोरी हुआ, but he doesn't mention about Delhi. Because you also know that Election Commission published a data which showed that Congress, a party with the 0 seats in the last 2 elections, they received 44 crore donations in cash. BJP received nil and we received only 2,000. Yet, the ED, CBI and Election Commission, all those agencies working at the behest of agencies, they didn't take any action against the Congress party. Thirdly, the BJP. Thirdly, BJP shouted for years. 10 seconds. 10 seconds. For years, BJP shouted the National Herald is an open and shut case, that there's clinching evidence. Even the Honorable Supreme Court has acknowledged it. Modi ji said in 2019 in a rally कि जब भारतीय जनता पार्टी आएगी तो राहुल गांधी जी को, गांधी परिवार को जेल में डाला जाएगा. Yet till date, not a single member from Gandhi family has been sent to jail. But our leaders,
Gandhi family,
our leaders without
Gandhi family
No,
has a prime minister.
nuance is too much for you to
didn't
understand,
interrupt.
but they're all out on bail.
Did I interrupt you?
Okay.
Can I please respond to that?
Our leaders were put behind bars because they dared to challenge the biggest autocrat this country has ever seen, Mr. Narendra Modi and Bharatiya Janata Party.
Okay.
But Congress enjoys the immunity. ये जो इनका हीरो और रांझा का रिश्ता है ना, लैला और मजनू का, ये पूरा देश देख रहा है.
Okay, Congress enjoys immunity. Congress enjoys immunity. All right, you are going to fix match to the Congress party.
Why didn't you
Respond to Ahmad Zafar.
Why didn't you
put them in jail? You raised the question. Mr. Pawar, you raised the question. Let her
And
respond.
Madhav, yeah.
You must ask that why
Anmol, you're
isn't
done.
your
Question is being
Anmol,
asked.
you're
Let her respond,
done.
sir. One by one. Yeah.
So ये lukha chupi and pyar is between Congress and Aam Aadmi Party. Today we are friends, today we are not friends. So much so that even in 24 Lok Sabha elections, your voice and your party's voice is. So
You were in alliance with them, and now you're out of that alliance.
Certainly we are not alliance with the Congress party since the Lok Sabha elections, and we have made it very clear time and again. The point which the
Why?
BJP spokesperson was making.
Why? That's the question I'm asking you.
Let me respond.
Why are you no longer in
Let
alliance
me
with them?
respond
Stick to the
let
point
me
of the
respond to
alliance.
BJP
No, don't
spokesperson.
comment on my party, comment
now
on your
she's
alliance.
interrupting. Would you ask her to keep quiet?
No, I am
No,
on
you
a
will
why.
not, because
Forget
you will
her
not
interruption.
do
One
the
second.
keep quiet.
Now
your
she's
alliance.
interrupting. Would you ask her to keep quiet?
No, I am
No,
on a
you will
why.
not, because
Forget
you will
her
not
interruption.
do
One
the keep
second.
quiet.
One second.
Now-
One second.
No,
The
he will
question
not,
I am
because
asking
he
you.
didn't ask you to keep quiet. If you can interrupt me every time
Now
I open
she's-
my mouth,
now
I'm
she's
allowed to
One
say.
second. The question I am
interrupting.
asking you is, we are
In
coming
Delhi-
down to the
in
same
Delhi-
issue.
in
The
Delhi we
topic
gave-
of discussion is the
Madhavji-
India alliance. What is happening to the India alliance? We are not discussing specifics of any
Will-
state, but
no,
the point
first
I'm
I'll
asking you as Aam
respond-
Aadmi
first I'll
Party
respond to
spokesperson
her.
is what has
In
gone so
Delhi-
wrong?
in Delhi we
What has
gave-
gone so wrong that you have to walk out of the India alliance? Tell us.
In Delhi, we gave evidence, we gave whole detail to the Election Commission that how they are doing vote chori. Despite that, no action was taken. In Punjab, they were caught stealing on camera. They were caught stealing
that went
election
to
on
court,
camera.
Anmol. That went to court.
Despite that, you are asking कि वोट चोरी करते हैं
नहीं, बिल्कुल नहीं
ये तो
करते भाई,
महाचोर है
चोरी decide
ये तो
करोगे।
हर राज्य में
As far
चुनाव
as
चोरी
Chandigarh is
करते हैं
concerned, one
और
second,
इन्होंने
one
जवाब
second,
नहीं
one
दिया
second, one second. Let me just clarify.
इन्होंने
Let me just
जवाब नहीं दिया
clarify.
कि राहुल गांधी को जेल में क्यों नहीं डाला इन्होंने
Okay,
गांधी
Anmol
परिवार
Pawar,
को जेल में क्यों नहीं डाला इन्होंने
One second, Anmol
ये
Pawar.
जो इनकी मैच फिक्सिंग है ना जो
Anmol
मैच
Pawar, one
फिक्सिंग है
second, making it very clear that when it comes to Chandigarh mayoral poll, which the Supreme Court adjudicated upon, that is not an election that was under the aegis of Election Commission of India, but yes, the court did find irregularities there. But I want the TDP spokesperson to come in now. I want you to come in and answer. Nikhil, please don't jump. Please go one by one. One by one. Varun Kumar, the question that is being asked about the Aam Aadmi Party spokesperson is, how can we trust the fairness of the election process when there are irregularities that are pointed out in state after state, whether it's Delhi, whether it's Punjab, or whether it's other states as others have been speaking about? Just one.
Sir, there is an electoral system that is in place. There are BLS for every party in place to get the irregularities right before election. मेरे को ये सवाल, I'm not able to understand one thing. Any party in this democracy, in any world, in any democracy, a party picks up an issue and goes for election, asks for votes. Either reverse है. These people pick up election itself as an issue, votes itself an issue, and ask and go votes in the same election. कैसा जीता जाएगा? आपका मुद्दा चुनावी मुद्दा है आपका. अरे चुनाव में मुद्दा के पकड़ के ज्यादा लोगों के पास जाके वोट पूछना है. इधर क्या कर रहा है? चुनाव का ही मुद्दा बन रहा है, वोट्स को मुद्दा बन रहा है, जाके वही वोट्स वही लोगों के पास पूछ रहा है. कैसा जीताएगा? अगर एक बात बताओ माधव जी, any party will have a skill issue or a will issue. Congress has both. Additionally, it has a kill issue also. It kills itself and its alliances also. Skill issue है उनके पास, will issue है, kill issue भी है. कोई नहीं बचा सकते.
Respond to that. Skill, will, kill. All the three issues are there. But I want to buttress this with one argument. We have Shakil Ahmed,
And one more
a
thing,
senior leader of the Congress Party. One by one. Shakil Ahmed says that he was humiliated by Krishna Allavaru. Appointments since 2009 are being done by Rahul Gandhi. Ticket selling allegation has come out. There is also someone like Nikhil Kumar, someone who served as a governor under the UPA. He has been the Delhi Police Commissioner. His father was in fact Chief Minister of Bihar as well. He comes out to say that the leadership can't mask or blame only SIR. There are serious organizational issues and failures of the leadership. When top leaders of the Congress Party from Bihar are saying this is a serious cause for introspection. Just blaming SIR is not going to be enough, sir.
No, this introspection is acceptable. Why I am telling you? See, there are, in a big party like Congress, there are issues. I doesn't say that there are no issues. And we cannot blame anybody for that. And top leadership cannot take that responsibility. They have done their best. Rahul Gandhi, day and night. It is not only Bharat Jodo Yatra, even Adhikar Yatra in Bihar, vote chori issues.
When did he go after the Adhikar Yatra? 45 days, why is he missing?
Yes, it is 45 days only. Then only you have to issue. Yes.
Only.
Election के
It is, you have to take up issues like that only to realize by the people of this country, of their state.
No, one second. You are saying he should leave the election campaign, then people will realize that there are issues in the country. What logic is this?
That is, vote chori is a major issue in the country.
It should be an issue if you people believe
many
that
states,
it's an issue.
not in one state.
But, by running away from that issue for 45 days, how does that convince the people?
No.
If your intensity of your campaign is reduced, how is that going to
not
convert
that he is
into
running
votes?
away. It is not that he is running away. See, it has been handed over to the local leaders also. Local leaders has to realize and put it before the people. Then only it can give result.
I want Samajwadi Party to respond to that.
It has been done.
आप क्या मानते हैं? ये कह रहे हैं कि local leaders have to contest this issue. क्या ये approach pragmatic है? क्या ये approach सही है? आप ऐसे चुनाव कैसे जीतेंगे? बताइए.
नहीं, मैं सबसे पहले कांग्रेस को हम धन्यवाद भी करते हैं कि वोट चोरी का जो इशू था वो समाजवादी पार्टी ने उठाया था पहली बार, और हमने एफिडेविट दिए थे, बहुत सारा वर्क किया था, और कांग्रेस पार्टी ने उसमें हमारे साथ खड़े करके बड़ी मेहनत की, हम उसके लिए आभारी भी है। लेकिन नीयत साफ करके आना पड़ेगा मैदान में कि हम भाजपा को हटाना चाहते हैं, किसी भी कीमत पे हटाना चाहते हैं। उस नीयत में जब खोट होता है तो उसका परिणाम दिल्ली में भी दिखता है, बिहार में भी दिखता है, वहां भी दिखता है। लीडरशिप देश में जो क्षेत्रीय दल है उसमें बहुत सीनियर लीडर है माधव साहब, जिनके बहुत कमिटमेंट है, जिन्होंने इन मुद्दों पे जिस पे आज इंडिया अलायंस काम कर रही है, उन्होंने पूरा जीवन संघर्ष किया है।
2024 में यूपी में भी वोट चोरी हुई थी,
उसके लिए माननीय अखिलेश यादव जी ने डिटेल दी है, एफिडेविट हमने सबमिट किए जी,
और आप जीत कर आए, तो वोट चोरी से जीत कर आए।
हमने जीतने के बाद भी माधव साहब दो बातें कही कि हमें मशीन के चुनाव पे भरोसा नहीं है। जीतने के बाद यूपी में हाँ अखिलेश यादव जी का है, और हम आज भी ये बात कहते हैं माधव साहब, SIR NRC का ही रूप है। आप आज पहले जो चुनाव होता था उसमें इलेक्शन कमीशन की जिम्मेदारी होती थी एक एक वोट डलवाना। आज आपने फार्म बांट दी, आप भर के जमा करिए तो आप वोटर हैं। तो फिर NRC
मतलब जो चाहे दूसरे देश का नागरिक हो, चाहे गलत फेक वोटर हो, सब वोट डाले, SIR ना हो।
नहीं, बिहार में आपको कितने मिले? बाहर की डेटा दिया आपने चुनाव आयोग ने?
Where is the data of foreigners in Bihar? Okay, let her answer that. Where is the data of foreigners in Bihar?
Data in detail has been published, Madhav, and I'm saying this time and time again. Let me repeat it one more time. 65 lakh names were published. The Election Commission was not very keen to do that in the beginning. On the order of the Supreme Court, it was published. The larger point here, and this is a very important one, is that when you have proof right in front of you, and I'm pointedly asking you, 65 lakh छोड़ो, 65 लोगों को लेकर आप माधव के स्टूडियो में आ जाओ। Have you been able to even put
कितने बांग्लादेशी मिले?
Okay,
कितने बांग्लादेशी मिले वो बताएं।
बांग्लादेशी वापस जा रहे हैं, सब जगह से।
2014 में मोदी जी कह रहे थे, 2014 में मोदी जी ने कहा था कि मैं 10 दिन में बाहर निकालेंगे। आज 11 साल 11 साल से नहीं निकाल पाए, 11 साल से नहीं निकाल पाए। लोगों का बेवकूफ
Just a second. There are actually visuals in West Bengal, at least, where people, due to the SIR, are actually leaving. They're crowding the borders. But since the RJD spokesperson hasn't spoken yet, Ravi Shankar Ravi, you've just gotten one turn. Respond to this entire argument, because he says that the entire exercise of SIR, the manner in which foreigners were not found, that is the reason for the loss. Is that anything to do with the kind of results that we have?
My humble request is just allow me to finish. Election Commission has been unleashing a very systematic bureaucratic assault on the people of this country, and they have been utterly intransparent, not transparent at all. Complaints were received, they are busy labeling every complaint as misleading. They should upload the complaint on the website so that the people can see what is the level where it has reached, where the complaint has reached in terms of the grievance rate.
How many complaints did you file? Tell us
another point. Deduplication software must be used. I do not understand.
Let's go one by one. We'll come to deduplication. You said that complaints were received. They are busy labeling it as complaints that are misleading. Yes, misleading. How many such complaints were filed by RJD, by your party? Tell us.
Hundreds and thousands of the receivings were not given.
Receivings were not given?
Not given.
Complaint was given, but there was no receiving given. Respond to this, Charu Pragya.
They would have put copies of those complaints on social media. They tweet every tiny little thing. You think they wouldn't have done that?
Social media is full of such complaints.
No, it's not. It's actually not. And frankly, all of this is uploaded online, Madhav. All you have to do is check. You can ask for an RTI. You have already moved the court against it. I mean, where does the buck stop with them? Where does the buck actually stop? And if you look at the entire situation with what happened in Bihar and now what's happening in West Bengal, it is writing on the wall for everyone to see. In any case, they want the votes of ghosts. They want the votes of
in any case, you will win election by vote. Like you did in Delhi, like you did in Punjab, mayoral polls, like you did in
But this is a matter that is even now before the Supreme Court. At the end of this month, I'm told there is another hearing as well. The very fact, if you say that there are so many complaints, you can very well either upload it on your website, you can take it to the Supreme Court, and the courts will obviously take cognizance of it, because they are saying that there is a lot more passion rather than proof coming in before us. This is what the courts have alluded to in the past.
Madhavji, the entire matter is sub judice. The election in Bihar is over. ECI has started the same exercise in 12 other states. My last point, Madhav, that the manner in which this exercise, SIR exercise, should be conducted must be discussed in the parliament, and all party consensus must be reached, and then this exercise would be rolled out.
Okay, there should be a consensus in parliament.
The second reason, I want to tell you three things. ये लोगों ने these people दिल का चोरी नहीं किया लोगों का, इसलिए वोट चोरी का बारे में लाखों का, एक बात है. दूसरी बात है, जब तक इंडी में कांग्रेस जैसे एनपीए है, भारत में एनडीए अधिकार में होंगे. ओके, ये बात साफ है. और दूसरी बात है, कर्नाटका और तेलंगाना में क्या हुआ? वो इलेक्शन कमीशन के इंडिया के परव्यू में नहीं थे क्या? किसके कमीशन थे वो? वर दे अंडर द इलेक्शन कमीशन ऑफ पाकिस्तान, बांग्लादेश, Afghanistan? Can the three chief ministers of these three respective states that I just mentioned, can they hold a press conference and tell that we won in spite of vote chori or due to vote chori? हुआ या नहीं है? Can they give a clarification? ये तीन चीज किसका परव्यू पे थे? These three states, can you claim the victory of these states is also because of vote chori? Or in spite of the vote chori still we won? Had you won in spite of the vote chori, why didn't you apply the same formula for other states? You lost from 11 states to your 3 states now. From 15 years of Rahul Gandhi's tenure as a Congress president or Congress helm of affairs, 71 out of 83 assembly elections are lost. सब में vote चोरी हुआ क्या था? Everything vote चोरी.
Respond. What about the states in which you won? If there's vote chori, how come you're in power in Karnataka? How come you're in power in Himachal and other states?
बड़ा शहर था, बड़ा states था वो.
Wasn't interjecting. This is not the way to carry a debate. Yes, Madhav. So in this debate, your viewers would have seen that a number of allegations were leveled by the Samajwadi Party on the Congress, by the Aam Aadmi Party on the Congress. Apparently, there are a bunch of differences between the Samajwadi Party, the Aam Aadmi Party, the Congress, perhaps even the RJD.
TMC, yes. UBT, there's a long list. They have NCP also.
Please add that list. Yet, don't.
We are divorced. Actually, you weaken
okay,
all
so
the
Nikhil Jain only.
Yes. Yet, the Congress, the Samajwadi Party, the NCP Sharad Pawar, the Aam Aadmi Party, the RJD, the SP, the Shiv Sena Uddhav Thackeray faction, every single one of these parties is screaming at the top of their voices, vote chori, that the Election Commission of India is meddling with the democratic electoral process of India.
Screaming is wonderful,
and they say
sir.
that
Screaming is wonderful. Proof is another aspect.
I'll tell you the proof.
I'll tell you the proof. I'll give you the proof. What was the proof? You had an entire hour.
The Election Commission for the longest of time has maintained that Rahul Gandhi has not given any official complaint, or the Congress Party has not given any official complaint on the Bangalore Central Lok Sabha issue that was raised on the 7th of August. That's an absolute lie. The candidate concerned, Mansoor Ali Khan, along with the Deputy Chief Minister DK Shiv Kumar, submitted a formal written complaint on the 8th of August.
We're talking about Bihar.
On Bihar. Let me respond on Bihar.
There are specific complaints.
Yes,
there may be
on
complaints.
On Bihar.
There is of course SIR that is currently underway, and the courts are seized of this matter. We have to wrap the debate right here. Whether Nikhil Jain, Mr. Hanumantaiah, Anmol Pawar, Varun Kumar, Charu Pragya, Ravi Shankar Ravi, Akhilesh Khatiyar, I'd like to thank all of you for joining us on this edition of the National Debate.
Your GPS knows the roads, but not the off-roads. That's why you need grip that never quits. Seat Cross Drive. Grip you can trust.
She asks tough questions like no other journalist.
Droopy volatility, driven by global markets, domestic mismanagement or tariffs. Global. Domestic mismanagement to in sakti, you'll never confess. It was supposed to be one nation, one tax. It became something like one nation, 9 taxes.
She takes on the masters of Indian politics like no one else can.
Why does the Congress party live in denial of this? That this was done on religious lines and then killing them. Biggest difference working in the UPA government and the N.D.A government.
Because she speaks for you the way no one else can.
Are you saying Jeffrey Epstein was murder?
Because your voice must be heard, your questions answered, above all else. Frankly Speaking with Navika Kumar.
Let the thrill begin.
The all-new Hyundai Venue. Bookings open.